What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO, what it's doing today, where I think it's heading, and just the overall outlook of the rest of this week and potentially next week. Now, I've been talking about NIO. I talked about that $59 mark. I wanted it to hold. Now, it was holding yesterday. It held Friday, so I was thinking, NIO is going to do good, and, we're not going to get that rejection there. But today, unfortunately, we just literally gapped right down by it. So we didn't even have time to, just slowly go into the zone. We gapped down. So you see that we opened up actually today at 57.85. So we opened up there and we just completely blew right through $59. So we knew that a huge amount of sellers were here and there weren't any buyers until that 57.85. So if y'all ever look at gaps, then that's what gaps are. Basically, it's like an auction, right? So if you've ever been to an auction, they name out prices and whoever wants it at that price, they bid. So for a gap down or gap up, they go, any buyers here, any buyers here, any buyers here, and then bam, there's buyers up here, and that's why it gaps up. Same thing down here. When it's selling and there's selling pressure, the sellers are here, and are there any buyers right here? No, bam, there are buyers right here. And that's what actually causes a gap in the chart. So if y'all didn't know that, that was just a little fact for you. So what's happening today? Well, we hit lows of all the way, what's that? Around $56, give or take, a little under 55 actually. But we hit that area, but then buyers came in. That's why you see we have that wick on the screen, because buyers came in. There were sellers here, but buyers came in and brought the price back up. So what do we need to do in order to finish to stay strong? Well, we're already kind of at it. So I want us to see us get above this $57 mark. So getting above $57 and holding it is crucial. Now we're hovering right over it. So we'll have to see how the rest of the day plays out. Keep in mind, it's around the halfway point, lunchtime. So we still have the other half of the day to go. But right now, it was very disappointing to see. I know for a lot of you people that have been following NIO, for us to just gap down. I really thought, that this was the dip buy on NIO, the $59 mark, and then that was it. We were going to start heading up. But unfortunately, we had a lot of things going for NIO. We had the overall market was selling off. So the NIO was not the only stock that sold off today, guys. Look at my watch list. It's basically red other than Amazon. So the NASDAQ sold off. The S&P 500 sold off. So NIO was not the only one that sold off. So don't think that NIO is broken and, it sucks being in this stock. Don't think like that, because it wasn't the only one. So going into the session today and finishing it off, we definitely need some type of reversal here. So we're on the border like I mentioned before, but we need to hold on to it and actually start pushing up. So it'd be best if we get an afternoon pop and, close somewhere a little bit above $57. That would make me feel comfortable, because if we close right at the edge, then I'm wondering, is that going to hold? Is there a weakness there? Like, what's the whole deal with that? But if we close above it, then we have a little more room to spare. And then if we do get a downtrend tomorrow, then, we have a little more room. So if we do close above $57, the next mark that we need to look at is obviously that $59 mark. That $59 mark is acted as a support and it's acted as a resistance. So we know that this is a really key level, because we literally just gapped down from it today. So we know that $59 mark is something that you have to keep in mind. Now, once we push up to it, do we interact like we did over here? Notice this time right here, we had that little green candle. Over here, we had these red candles. Over here, we had these red candles. So how do we interact around this level again? Do we have that small green candle? Do buyers show up and then, the following candle we push through? Or do we get that huge red rejection candle and we just fall through? So obviously, if you're bullish on NIO, you want that small green candle or even a big green candle. It doesn't just have to be small, but it's just all dependent on how we react to this resistance line. Overall, I'm still bullish on NIO as long as it doesn't break our zone and hold below it. Yes, we've gotten, underneath it a couple of times, but we shot right back up. So that's what's important about NIO and what it's been doing. But I mentioned this before, that we had this, this trend line going down, and then we broke above it, and now technically, we're still not in bearish territory until we break back into this. So we still have some room to go, but definitely do not want it seeing it going lower, just because that is going to be a huge drop. So to recap everything, guys, to sum it all up, the main focus that y'all need to look at for NIO today is getting above $57 and holding above it. Then we'll have the conversation about what's going to happen once we push up to $59. Do we hold there? Do we push through? We're going to have to just analyze it when it gets to that situation. Either way, thank you for being here. thank you for watching the video, and if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.